Hit me.
You know what it is? Mike and Radio. The king of RVA Business Talk Radio on ESPN 106.1 FM, The Choice 105.3, and worldwide on IBGR.network. Would you join me, please, and welcome to Mike King Biz Radio. Mike King Biz.
Mike King Biz here, host of On the Mic with Mike, Richmond's premier business radio program. We're heard as part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network, which is ESPN Richmond 106.1, daily from 5 to 7 a.m., The Choice 105.3, every day from 2 to 3 p.m., as well as International Business Growth Radio. That is Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's where you find us. That's where the game changers come to talk. On the Mic with Mike, Mike King Biz Radio is the premier business radio program in Central Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike, the premier business radio program around. I'm your host, Mike King. Appreciate you being here with us. The views expressed here are mine. I have no connection to, support of, agreement with any other host. Information ads on the station. I don't work with the station. The program just airs here on a daily basis. Join me as our cutting edge show. We uplift the community and showcase RVA in a different way. The sounds you're listening to are emanating from the Mike King Biz Studio, which is the global epicenter of social enterprise business. Alrighty, folks, you can follow me on all social platforms, hashtag On the Mic with Mike RVA, as well as Mike King Biz. Now, anybody who knows me, they know I'm a big sports fan, but I don't talk sports that much. I do business here, but it's always there. Everybody knows I'm from Philly, so show some respect. Put some respect on my name. That's right, the Philadelphia Phillies, all of those, of all the teams, the Philadelphia Phillies are the sports team. So you know what? I'm going through, and this lady, I run into this lady who is a baseball junkie.
That's putting it mildly.
That is putting it mildly. And then I look at your name, I'm trying to figure this out. And then I get it, the Minnesota Sports Gal.
Yep.
There you go.
Sports Gal, amen.
All right, so it's a business show. We got stuff to talk about, because you know what? Now, all right, folks, hold on to your hats, because we are going to talk some baseballs. We're not just talking sports, we're talking baseball, like the song.
Amen.
We're talking baseball.
That's the best sport.
Yes. There's no crying. Well, there is some crying in baseball.
I cried during the trade. I'm not going to lie. We got some great players.
Yeah, I've cried.
You cry in baseball, but you lose a lot, so you cry. We lose a lot, so I cry. So
yeah, but see, you guys don't have a multitude of teams that lose. Not that much.
Not that much. I mean,
we got basketball covered. But you guys have some history there with the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, at least we made it to the Super Bowl 4 times. We just...
Yeah, that hurt.
We lost.
Yeah, we guys related to Buffalo Bills. Sorry.
You can't play baseball or football in cold weather, I guess.
That's true. All right, okay, so it's a business show. Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Sherry Cerney. What's up, everybody? Central Richmond, across the world, wherever. My name is Sherry, and I am a baseball writer for the Minnesota Twins through a syndicate called Twins Daily, where you can get all of your Minnesota Twins information. And I'm also the proud owner of a nonprofit called Kids on First, which is bringing access, education, and engagement to low-income communities to give them access to baseball.
And you operate down in the Tri-Cities area,
I
right?
do. I live in the Richmond area, but the operation is in the Tri-City area where we see most of the poverty lines being affected.
Tell us about the nonprofit. Where did that come from?
Okay, so like I said, I'm a baseball writer, and during Black History Month, they gave us a line of articles that we could write about. And I picked up the article between LaTroy Hopkins and Pat Mahomes Sr., who we all know is the father of Patrick Mahomes Jr. from the Kansas City Chiefs. But before he was that, he was
you guys.
He was us.
He was us. He was one of you guys.
We claimed him first, Kansas City, so back off.
Exactly.
So I talked to those two gentlemen, and when they were drafted and picked up in 91, 92, probably around those areas, they went to spring training. And when they showed up at spring training, they didn't have a lot of people that looked like them.
Which is funny, because when I grew up, there were not a majority of the players were Black, but
more than now.
Yes.
Far more than now.
Far more than now. But we didn't realize what we see now is that people don't pay attention. They're not American Black kids and men who are playing the sports. They're coming from the Dominican and those other places.
Dominican, Venezuela, And so when they said that representation made it a little awkward at first, made it a little bit difficult, it was different. And I asked them throughout the article at the end, I said, do you believe representation has changed? And they said, well, sure, baseball is getting better about representation, but there's no access to baseball. There are things that are killing baseball, travel ball costs, and there's bigger things being shoved in kids' faces, like you can be a millionaire if you play basketball, you could be a millionaire if you play football.
You know, when we look at it, this whole travel sports thing is and that's big business. We came to the pandemic, and I asked the the travel agency people, the hoteliers who are out there, when did you realize that you'd be able to make it through the pandemic? They said it never really stopped. Parents were still coming, filling up hotel rooms every weekend with this travel sports team, whether it's travel sports, cheerleading, all those things going from place to place, because you always thought baseball was just a sport that anybody could play. It's like, don't take money to, get some kids out there, you get a ball, some people got gloves, and we played baseball. That's not the case anymore.
No.
This whole travel sports thing.
It's all travel sports. And I met with someone yesterday, my business manager, actually, she's from Quest Business Consulting. She said that her father grew up in the Bronx, and all day they would go outside and play stickball. Do you remember hearing about stickball, going out in the streets and just playing stickball? They didn't have a sandlot. They didn't have a baseball field, but a lot of the Bronx kids, the New York City's kids, that's what they had. They made it that way. Now, because of travel ball, kids don't see other kids playing in the street.
No.
They don't see other kids down at the sandlot. Did you know that Petersburg doesn't even have a baseball field for the kids to play on? There's not even a backyard sandlot anywhere.
I didn't know that.
Nowhere to go. But they have basketball courts. They have football fields.
Yeah.
So that's when I really realized there's no access. There's nowhere to go. You watch the movie Sandlot, and that's the American dream for a kid, right? Go and play baseball and then make it to the big leagues. Some of you do, some of you don't. But if you don't have that place, you're never going to know how awesome it is.
So one of my Sherry Cerney is here with us. Now, I'm from Pennsylvania, home of the Little League World Series.
Yes.
And you know what? That's a very big thing, but it takes structure. There's a whole lot of ins and outs to get there.
Yes.
To get there. So what you're talking about is, and you come up with a plan, you have an event that's coming up. You are the ultimate matchmaker too.
I am.
You are. So
yes.
Shout out to the squirrels and shout out to the chili peppers who are out there. You brought those two together.
I did. I am a baseball true love matchmaker.
That's like a baseball nirvana.
It is.
That's exactly. All right. So tell people out there what you got going on, because this is exciting.
Okay. So I have been working with Virginia State University, which is an HBCU, for those of you who don't know, historically Black college. And they are one of 3 colleges here in Virginia that have a minority baseball team for their college. And what we are doing is using VSU and bringing in some Squirrels players, Chili Peppers players, and VSU college players, all minorities that look like the public. And we're going to host an event, and we're going to have food for the kids. We're going to have meet and greets with the players, and we're going to run some fun baseball drills, because baseball is fun. We're going to run some fun baseball drills with these guys and allow the kids to see players that look like them at all levels.
Because when kids go out, there's no difference between the Chili Peppers, the Squirrels, and the major leagues.
No,
little kids, they don't
care.
They're baseball players.
Yeah,
they're baseball players.
Baseball players.
They're baseball players. They get their own. So you, as a baseball writer, do you have your own walk-up music?
Okay, if I did.
Okay, all right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a second. Wait 1 second here. Okay, your walk-up music
would be Circus by Britney Spears.
Okay. Hey, everybody has their own thing. Circus by Britney Spears. I have mine, but I'm not allowed. So it's the Aldo Black, I'm the Man.
That's my son's favorite song.
That song, my wife is like, yeah, you know. The other one I can get away with is The Champ Is Here. But other than that, that's the cool part about baseball.
Yes.
It is your moment to shine.
Yes. Every time you come up to the plate.
That's your moment.
That's your moment.
And I remember when I was watching, they asked a baseball player who was a starter. I'm trying to remember what it was. And they asked him, what was the deal? He said, when I'm on the mound to start the game, the show don't start until I'm ready.
Amen.
And
That's right.
that's it. All right. So the current state of baseball right now, what's your idea? And let's talk about your Minnesota Twins.
Oh, can we?
Yeah, well, you're here. The mic. I figured you're going
Oh,
to.
my heart.
But wait, before we even get into that, so I used to spend some time up in that area.
Oh.
I used to come there. And so go across the bridge from Minneapolis to St. Paul. There used to be a place we used to go to. It's called the Kindness Cafe.
Yes.
That was a very cool place.
Yes.
And
I don't know if it's still there, to be honest.
yeah, I know. And we used to always go by the Mary Richards statue, and I try my best to go at
Oh
the.
my gosh, yes.
I know. So it is there is something about, and it's not Midwest wholesome, corny like some people would think.
No.
It's just,
I mean, I'm Midwest wholesome, but I'm also corny.
well,
but the rest of the
corny
state
plays,
fine.
you know. Corny does. There was a time that corny and nerds didn't work,
No.
but hey.
No,
Look.
Minneapolis is trending. It's vibrant. It's current.
Alrighty, so and the town with the sports scene. Tell everybody about the sports scene there. So I know you're biased towards baseball.
Yes, bias towards baseball, but obviously we do have the 4-time Super Bowl losers, the Minnesota Vikings.
But
you know what? New management this year, fantastic. New coaching, new management. I hate to say it, this is their year, but this is their
you know what they say. That's teams that that the Yankees could say, but for us and everybody else, this is our year. Yeah. And then that dies down about June when we realize
this is not our year.
This is not our year.
And we have the Minnesota Wild, obviously fantastic franchise. Yes, we are the state of hockey. Yes, we did give up the Dallas Stars to Texas, which is not the state of hockey, but we got hockey back. And our team is amazing.
That was a crazy move to lose to a team going to Dallas.
You could equate it to the Browns moving to Baltimore, I guess.
And I guess that's what he did in the middle of the night.
Yeah, in the middle of the night. Exactly.
But because money does drive it. So now and this is a business, so money does play a part in it. So now you are putting on your event. As I always say, changing the world ain't cheap, easy, or free.
No.
Money needs to change hands. So you're out there trying to change the world. Let's talk about some of the sponsors and things you have going on with your event.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I've had a couple of people back out, and
okay.
I need some help, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I need some help. I've got a sponsor through my Quest Business Consulting, and she's amazing. I have KE Events, who is helping me host the event, but I am still looking for people and businesses. And remember, this is a great way to help your community, and it's a tax write-off, y'all. And I'm looking for people to supply some monetary donations for the volunteers to have t-shirts.
Okay, so you're looking for a t-shirt vendor.
I have a t-shirt vendor.
You have a t-shirt vendor.
T-shirt vendor. I just need to pay him because I don't have the funds. He's actually a Black-owned business, a friend of mine, local to the area.
All right, so wait a second. So you got the business. We around here, you got to show some love to the folks. So who's the business?
His name is Poetry Tie-Dye, I believe is what it's called. Poetry Tie-Dye. I'll have to verify that. But we are looking for help to be able to supply maybe lunch for the kids is really important because a lot of kids in the Tri-City areas don't know where their next meal is coming from.
And and that is something right there that, the whole food insecurity thing, it's something that you guys are, not everybody's aware of it, but it is something that's very important. So the monetary donations, maybe a food vendor type, somebody to step up.
And a bounce house. Give me a bounce house. Let's let those kids go crazy.
Do you have a mascot? Do you need a mascot?
I have got a chili pepper and I have got a Nutsy coming, but I am more than willing to take on some more
Let me talk to my good
mascots.
friends over at Launch Trampoline Park. Joey is always out at community events.
That kangaroo, yes.
Yeah, it's a 6-foot kangaroo.
Yes.
That is. So Joey.
That'll be good because my husband wants a kangaroo and I won't let him have one. So he'll be able to enjoy his day that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your husband wants a kangaroo.
Yeah, pet kangaroo. Says you never know what's going to happen when you walk through the door. It's kind of like a mystery.
You don't want to be like that Korean, the kangaroo fighting the guy. Did you ever see that one?
That's exactly what it is. I'm like, you're gonna
It's
come
like
home,
that,
get
you
your
know,
butt
that's
kicked.
what I'm saying. You know, everybody, when a man wants to come home, man, the dog is a man's best friend. You know, people, I don't have a dog, but you know, you always think about
We
people
can
like,
get you a kangaroo.
where to get a kangaroo. You walk in the door and something's going on next to you, you know, you got fisticuffs with the kangaroo. Because the kangaroo was bringing it. The kangaroo was bringing it, but the guy was up there, you know. That's just crazy.
He tried. A
You
for
have-
effort.
You have to be on the mic with Mike Sherry Cerney said, this is what this has turned into. But you got to be from that environment to fight a kangaroo. Seriously, you know, it's just like when you see the kangaroo stand up and he put the dukes up,
Yeah.
I'm running back to the car. You know, and well, one, I'm old and my Achilles tendon is hurting, so I'm really not. I'm just kind of hobbling and hope he don't come over there because then I might have to thump with him. But yeah.
He's from Youngstown, Ohio, so I think there's some.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Fight Town right there. That is. Yo, I love boxing. You see the picture on the wall right there? Yeah, you guys, Kelly Pavlik was, you know what time it is. Kelly Pavlik. Yo, some fighters and came out of Youngstown.
Yes.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. I'm from Philly, so you know, we both understand that. Well, it ain't the glitz and glamour. No, but we got some. Yeah, all right. So can I get back to talking?
Yeah,
whatever?
I'm sorry. The kangaroo
Yeah, I know. Because the guy,
I have a shiny object syndrome. I'm
when
sorry.
the guy jumps out and the kangaroo stands up and the dude puts up the dukes, it's just like, yo, let's go. And he punches the kangaroo.
It's a good day.
It is. I tell you, that's when you're old and you got grandkids. Yo, you know that I put it on that kangaroo. Yeah, I'm living on that story right there forever. I'm an old man telling that one. Yo,
Kids don't do the dishes.
don't get, you know what I did. You seen my work. I put in some real work out there. Yeah, I put a whooping on that kangaroo. Oh, sorry, this is radio. On the mic with Mike Sherry Cerney is here. Alrighty, so how can people, what's the date of your event?
It is September 3rd at BSU.
All right, so we're coming down to the wire. You need help.
I need help.
You need help.
I
Okay.
need help.
All righty. She needs help, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna find you some help. And so let's go down. Let's talk about some of the sponsors because people who have come through for you because you know, like I said, changing the world. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Absolutely.
Here we
Quest
go.
Business Consulting,
Okay.
absolutely fantastic. She's helped me set up my business model. You guys, if you are even a nonprofit, podcast, small business, big business, she will help you write your message and help you get it out to people.
Okay.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Well, we need to have her on then. Since she's helping you, let's make it happen. Have her come on and help promote her business.
I'd love that.
There we go.
I'd love that for her.
Okay, there we go.
And then at this time, Town Bank, they are helping give some items for the swag bag for the kids. We are also, because our mission is access, educate, and engage, we are hoping that down the road, when I'm able to fund a city league, which is my overall goal down the road, 5-10 years, that we're going to be able to teach kids how important savings are. Education and savings, because that's a lot of talks that athletes don't get, right?
Nope.
You want to be a big athlete, but what happens at 19 when you're handed $22 million because you're the best quarterback in the world? Now, Patrick Mahomes Jr. has an amazing father.
He's seen that life before.
Yes.
He understands what it takes. That's why when you look at whether it's Steph and Clay, they understand what it takes to be in that world. But now when you're regular Joe and somebody hands you 22 mil, first of all, I'm gonna have a good time. Yeah, like I watched the captain about Jeter, and then he says,
Yes.
you know, 3 years with cameras everywhere. Because how do you? There's nobody. Your parents can't tell you. You got more money than them. So if you don't have the right upbringing, so you want to bring financial education to the kids and start. Have you reached out and talked to the mayor of Petersburg? Have you any help there?
I have not. I feel really bad doing this because I was at the chamber meeting a couple of weekends ago.
Okay.
And the city manager from Petersburg was there and I didn't know it. And I dropped the information that Petersburg doesn't have access to baseball or a city baseball team or anything like that. And then to find out the city manager was there, I felt kind of bad, but at the same time, I
you're telling
hope
the truth.
she heard what I was saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna try and put you in touch with with Mayor Parham, and that way he can.
And he's new.
He's
He's
new.
doing great things. He's turning it over.
You see, there's a couple of groups. So there's a basketball, there's a semi-pro basketball team down there as well. And he works for the city, the owner works for the city of Petersburg. All righty, so Sherry, one last time, how can people find you out there?
Okay, so right now, y'all, the best way to find me until I get my website up is Minnesota Sports Gal on Twitter and on Instagram and on Facebook. And that's MNSOTA Sports Gal. And yes, I realize it's not literally Minnesota phonetics. We got it. So
you are a writer, so you can get away with that.
I can get away with that.
You know
I
the
get away
rules.
with it.
It's not like you didn't know, and then all of a sudden, you know. Okay,
Yeah,
are you finished with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so here, let's talk about female journalism and women in sport. Okay, here we go. Women in sports.
Yes.
Let's talk about options and opportunities for young girls out there in the sports world.
Okay, oddly enough, I'm doing a series right now on Twins Daily about social media and access to baseball. Social media TikTok has really jumped up. Women making a run for sports, and it's becoming more apparent that women are in sports, that women are writing cameras, on the field. And I have amazing bosses at Twins Daily, and they don't see my gender as an issue or anything like that. They instead support me and help me. So my suggestion to women who want to get in is start with a syndicate. Start with your local area and go from there. And it is difficult for a woman. I get a lot of pushback on Twitter, but
you can take it.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
I kind of think you could give it too.
I did get a little snarky the other night. Yes, I did get a little. Somebody wanted to blame one of my favorite players for an earned run. And I said, gosh, because that's never happened to another player before in the history of baseball.
Oh. That dude didn't know what tree he was barking up, did he?
No. It's a 5-foot big tree, let me tell you, 6-foot
attitude. As you say, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn today. Won't be coming at you with that kind of foolishness. Alrighty, state of baseball. I know you're probably biased to Twins.
Yes.
Face of baseball right now.
Face of baseball. I think that the teams since the pandemic, we're not going to talk about Rob Manfred because who cares, but the state of baseball is getting better. I really do believe. I know there are some changes we all don't like. I'm not even going to go there. But look at these teams that are doing things, you guys. The Twins are doing things. We have to forgive and move on past the Astros. Who cares about the Yankees? But now we have the Padres who are making huge moves. The Cardinals. We have the Cincinnati Reds. These lower market teams are making moves, and it's awesome.
One of the cool things about that is you always can't. Back in the day, it's like even with all the money that the Yankees spend, you can't buy a championship every year.
No, you can't.
You can't. And there's always a team that comes up and jumps up. All right, Sherry, well, good to have you here one last time. How can people find you?
Minnesota Sports Gal on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, family.
Your social media game is fire.
Thank you.
It is. Okay. One of my Sherry, so you're going to hear her back again. She's going to be over on The Choice with us as well. This is Mike King Biz. This is ESPN Richmond 106.1. I'm here every day from 5 to 7. We're over at The Choice 105.3 every day from 2 to 3, as well as International Business Growth Radio. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks now. Take care.